for
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you very much, Chairman Velasquez. I very much appreciate the fact that you've called upon and recognized the importance of getting Secretary Yellen here to answer some of these most basic questions. And I hope that we'll continue to push her and make sure that she does have an opportunity to speak directly to our committee. Thank you, Administrator Guzman, for being here today. You've been unable to answer or unprepared to answer a lot of the questions that have been proposed and posed to you by my colleagues, specifically those proposed impacts of the current administration, the impacts of increasing the minimum wage. And are you familiar that NFIB has found that 92% of small business owners felt the wage mandate would harm their businesses?
I am familiar. I know as well, though, that there's other studies that show that there's other factors that are impacting the workforce and small businesses' ability to hire.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, including the enhanced unemployment benefits. I was surprised when you said that you hadn't heard that so much, that what you had heard from small business owners was their questioning of coming back in a safe environment. I think Congresswoman Tinney was very clear that they have purchased and invested a lot of money into ways of making sure that they're coming back in a safe environment. So, not being very clear about the unenhanced unemployment benefits and the effects that that's having on small businesses. They increase on capital gains and the effects that that will have on small businesses you've been unable to answer. And quite frankly, not having any information about what the increase in the corporate tax rate would have on small businesses, not just on the direct costs, but on the indirect costs. For example, increases in utility rates. Administrator Guzman, you are charged with running the Small Business Administration that was created to aid, counsel, assist, and protect small businesses. And yet you're not aware of many of the proposed increases and tax consequences that will directly affect small businesses that are coming out of this administration. I guess my question is, if you are not aware of the effects and the impacts of these policies that are coming down in the Biden administration, who's advising the administration for small businesses?
Well, I mean, I know that, as we've discussed this before, I've said that President Biden's plan is really focused on closing those loopholes for the larger corporations. And I will submit that.
I give back my time. I disagree. It's not just, it's what it may be focused, but they're increasing the corporate tax rate. When asked, will that affect small businesses? What was your answer?
Only a very small percentage of small businesses are C corporations. We talked about that.
No, regardless of whether or not they're C corporations, will increased corporate tax rate affect small businesses?
Again, I mean, the Biden's plan is focused on those who have earnings over $400,000. And so yes, there will be small businesses that are included in that.
If the gentle lady please allow the witness to answer the questions.
If she answers the questions, I would really appreciate it.
Look, I mean, the bottom line is that, there are important provisions. President Biden has pledged to not increase taxes on taxpayers earning less than $400,000, and including S corporation taxpayers. All of the exceptions, as I said.
I would really appreciate it if you would answer the question: what would be the impact? And I know it's not the focus, but there will be direct and indirect impacts on increasing our corporate tax rate. Correct? On small businesses.
Not on the smallest businesses. I mean, so again,
we're small businesses defined by your administration and by your department. I mean, things like increases in utility taxes and utility costs, those will be felt by small businesses, correct?
Small business, yes. Small businesses will, will continue to, have to navigate, the systems in place and any increases that vendors might transfer to them. But, again, the focus on this tax reform is really to ensure that that there's a level playing field for the smaller entities. I appreciate that SBA supports all small businesses. It could be as large as 500 employees. And
so I reclaim my 20 seconds left. It's obvious that small businesses that you're speaking with aren't telling you what the rest of us across the country are hearing. I would welcome you. I would invite you to come down to Texas 24 in Dallas, Fort Worth, and speak with the small businesses that we are talking to that will tell you what the problems are directly so that you can be more prepared. And maybe then when you are more prepared and you've heard directly from small businesses, you can circle back with this committee and let us know what we're doing to be able to really prepare and protect our small businesses across the country as these Biden administration policies are coming down. I yield back my time. Thank you very much.